Woza. Woza. Hello. Who's there? Welcome, guys. Welcome back to another episode, a live stream. Of course, this is a reaction. My name is JT, and this is JT Podcast. Sorry for keeping you waiting for that all the time. Guess I'm here. You know, there was a lot of hiccups up and down here with me and my system, but I'm already tuned in. All right, guys. Whoever just tuned in, if you click that like button, I really appreciate. All right, if you click that button, I will really appreciate. Forgive me for my looks. Today I'm looking shagala bagala, just like just like the people on your thumbnail. Let me actually put it aside here so at least you can see who I'm talking about. I really love what AI is doing. You know, I really love what AI is doing. You know, I told you, Maro, that you cannot really fight reactors, okay? You cannot fight technology. You've been doing these vlogs for all this time, every day, the same thing, same style. But you know, guess what? AI is here. AI got us, you know. Just when you thought you're gonna delete our channel, just when this man thought he's gonna delete our channel because of copyright and stuff like that. AI got us, you know. I just simply tell AI, you know, there's this guy called there is this Rasta man, very Rasta man here called Kenge. This guy has an Argentinian baby mama, and back at home in the village they have a stepdaddy called Con Machete Man. All right, so I want you to think about something. I want you to think about something like these people are somewhere in a sugarcane plantation, of course, the Machete Man's sugarcane plantation. So think about them sitting there, or maybe in that sugarcane plantation, drinking some locally brewed changa or something, call it busa, whatever. I don't know how you guys call it. So AI tells me, you know what, JT, we got you. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it. And here we are. We have something on your screen. It's really over. It's so over. Just like I hear some memes called game over. So gang, it's really over. There's no way you're gonna catch me. So look at you. Can you really say that is not you, and that is not Rocio, and that is not Machete Man inside the sugarcane plantation? And that is that thing really looks realistic. Anyway, guys, welcome so much. Happy to see you all in the house. Can see OG digital, OG digital. Damn, today I've ate that changa. Today's like I've drank that thing. Okay, I have mine here. I hope this is not like whatever I can see there. Yeah, OG digital Dre. How you doing? Eva Miller, see you. Melanie Nyeboke, how are you? Maureen, I see you. Alan Gala, saw you. Binti, I see you. OG, I see you. We used to call homebrew moonshine, or moonshine, whatever. Homebrew, we call it moonshine. All right, it depends where you are, because actually people from the coast, in coastal region of Mombasa, they have those brew, they brew from coconut. All right, so they call it tembo. Okay, tembo la mnazi, or mnazi, or something of that sort, mnazi, right? So it all depends where you come from. How do you call it? We call it changa. Okay, from the magical village of Nyabohans, we have that changa, and maybe busa. Caro, how do you call that brew? How do you call that brew? Is it changa, busa? Oh, in your local language. What is happening? A lot is happening here. A lot is happening here. EBB, I see you. Hello, JT, live gang, live gang. How are you, EVB? Thank you for joining. Hi, JT, checking in from Jamaica. Karom Mure, thank you for checking in from Jamaica. Appreciate you being here. Make sure you smash the like button while you joining and subscribe. All right. Thank you. JT, me najua too. Hey, Nick. Is that local brew? I mean, Carol, think about the local brew. Okay, local brew. It's not something factory manufactured like kombucha. Okay, there's something about kombucha. The Kege and Argentina baby mama, they bumped into. They bought something like a soda, like a canned soda, like a canned soda. Rocio was describing it as kombucha. I don't know, whatever the name it is, kombucha. So that is the same thing like Heineken or something. But think about a locally brewed, locally made brew, something like changa, something like busa. Yeah, those the kind of things. So whatever that is happening in that sugarcane plantation in the village is called changa and busa. But there is another thing called obosara. You hear Marwa describing it on that video. So that is a Korean language, okay, obosara. So Marwa was calling it obosara or something of that. So you hear it. Ask Mr. Kohera. Kohera Senior knows all those names. Obosara, changa. Okay, we call it ichanga. Uh-huh. And we have something called busa. Yeah. So all those things. Hello, Feliz Amweni. Thank you for checking in. All right. So speaking about this locally made brew, I was watching this video here. Let me actually put it on the screen. I was watching the video of Kenges, and I happened to see it. Let me put the audio. Yeah. So I was watching this video, and okay. Let me see. Never seen Condad as happy as. Now imagine what AI can do. AI can really make a lot of things. Now see yo, come on. Condad is really, really happy. And you can't tell me that is not Condad, because that is exactly him. I have mine here. Okay, I took Obushera in Uganda. Wow. I guess those must be Bantus, because that Obusara, Obushera, something of that name, that is a Bantu name. Oh, I wish I could have more Bantus here to tell me how they call that Obusara, Obushera, something in their local language, because that is in Korean name, Korean term, Korean language. Obusara. Aye. Sup, JT and everyone. How are you, Vav? Welcome so much. Keisha, how are you? Welcome so much, Keisha. Robin, I can see you joining. Obushera is not alcoholic. It's made from sorghum millet with yeast. Of course, we'll talk about that. But if you take it excessive or you over ferment it, it becomes alcoholic. I mean, it alters your normal functionality. So it acts exactly as the alcohol, the local alcohol. So it all depends on the quantity you take and the style you ferment it. If you over ferment it, it acts exactly as whatever they are describing there. Actually, Obosara that Imaru is describing is not alcohol. It's not like the brew, the changa. It is Obosara that is a very cool drinker. We drink it. I take it. We do it. But now the whole thing, the whole idea, come from whatever Condad is brewing in the village over there. So yeah, that blue t-shirt is making history. Yeah, that SCDA t-shirt. Hi Nixon, I see you. Miss Optimistic, you in the house. I see you. The grain. Oh, wow, Alanigal, I see you. All right. Okay. Let me take you back now to the video I was describing to y'all. Here we go. At least you guys smash the like button as we're getting started. I should get a glass of wine as well. Be right back. Hey, grab something because this has to be like a party, you know. We are celebrating kombucha, or whatever that that Rocio is selling, the kombucha, whatever. So that thing actually, Maro, when he sipped that thing called kombucha that Rocio bought there, he remembered the local brew they make in the village, and that brings me back to that point where there've been a lot of allegations that Conman, sorry, Condad, okay, Condad of Machete Man, the Panga Man, has a local factory inside his sugarcane plantation that they brew this thing called changa. All right, so the brewing process kind of look the same. So when you exit this, you land to changa. Okay, it's the same process. You take to brew this or bushera or busara or basara, whatever you call it in your language. And if you mess a little bit, you land to the changa or to the busa. I'll be telling you all that process as we look at this or bushera, kombucha. So if you already grab your thing, your kombucha, and you smash the like button, we're good to go. Let's get started, okay? So it's over for y'all. If I have this AI, it's over for Maro. Really, 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 really. Brown sugar, moonshine. Yeah. Now you coming to my point, OG. You're really coming to my point. It is fermented millet and sorghum, and it becomes alcohol, local brew. Now there we go. There we go. All right. So let me take you to that part, actually. Where is that? It is actually here. All right. Just a minute. Okay. Let me try to do this. Okay.
Let's try this kombucha.
Kombucha. Imagine, it's still there. So
Kombucha.
It's like a soda?
So kombucha is
you say
it's like a soda because it's fermented, so we have.
All right. Forgive me for the playback speed. That speed is a little bit altered too, you know. All right. We're doing what we're doing. So they're saying, let's try kombucha. That's whatever that Rocio is holding on your screen. It's like a soda, a canned soda, okay? I'm not familiar with that thing. I've never tested it. But the whole idea is that this thing, according to Rocio, she was describing like this kombucha thing, is like a soda but organically fermented, right? And she described it like a live drink. So that's to mean if it involves organic fermentation, that is involving now microbial activities, like, you know, well, I don't know, it's not a class, but the organic fermentation of it involves now microbial activities. Now you ferment with the live process, right? And now I don't know how that they make it actually to can it and sell it in supermarket. But whatever I know from the village, if that is the process they use to ferment it and you know, sell it, yeah. So that is exactly as we do to, or we how we develop, or maybe how we brew or prepare obasara. Okay, the one that Mario is describing, or maybe trying to think that it could be this kombucha thing. So for the obasara, it's not alcoholic. So get that point right. All right, don't get it twisted. When I call this obasara is like the kombucha now they're describing. It's really a cool drink. We drink it, we make it. You can give it to a baby. You can give it to, not like a small baby, but you can give it to a baby, yeah, and you and everyone can drink it. So it's fermented finger millet, and you prepare something like so the process of preparing it is like you prepare something like porridge. All right. So after preparing porridge, now you use that fermented finger millet or something. Like you put it in a very wet place and it grows some hair. The grains, they grow some hairs. And now you dry it in the sun, go grind it to produce something like flour, okay? That finger millet flour. After it has fermented to produce those hairs. And now you take that powder or that flour and smear on that porridge that you prepared, and you let it ferment overnight or something. And now you let it cool down. There you have your busara. It's a really good drink. It's good for your gut, just like they're describing it. Oh my God, something just fell down. Sorry, I'll get it later. Not just now. So as they're describing that thing, that of busara or kombucha, and now when Marwa described it so deeper, it reminds me now, whatever he's trying to describe, that process of he describing there is actually how changa is made. I'll actually take you through the process because it's exactly same way they make that changa, right? Or busa. Busa is actually exactly same way as now the obosara, but changa is a little bit different, technical. And you wonder where these people came with this knowledge of preparing this. No, Caro, nobody's here. I just stretched my legs. I just stretched my leg and kicked my light, my ring light, and it fell down. So I'm a fix it. So let me fix it, Caro. You don't tell me there's nobody here. Actually, let me do it right now. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, this thing really fell down. Ooh. My ring light just fell down. All right. I did. I fixed it. Wow. Sorry. Don't fall down again. Please. So I was describing how obosara or kombucha that they call it is made. That is like different, a little bit different with changa, but so similar to busa and obosara. They kind of look same. So all you need to do is to ferment it and let it. What is that? Okay. What is the alcohol percentage in changa? Oh. The alcohol percentage in changa, it's actually over 50%. Something like, it's really over 50% because something like 70 or 80, because changa of this, like something of this level, if you've never tasted changa, if you drink changa of this level, you cannot really wake up. 2 days. 2 days you're off. Like you go unconscious for 2 days. If you take this, if you never actually taken that thing, changa, ever in your life, and you try this, just this level, all right? Don't take even the whole glass, this level. You're gone for 2 days unconscious. You may even lose sight. There have been a lot of cases, by the way, reported on TV that people actually drank this thing and they went blind. Some of them lost sense of hearing and eyesight and stuff like that. It's really pathetic. It's very, very bad. All right. Obishara well fermented become busa. Now that is the thing. Okay, so the kombucha that Rocio and Marwa are describing here, it's very same to the obosara, okay, or obushera, depending on how you pronounce it, wherever you come from. But in our language, you call it obosara. That Marwa is describing now. So that thing, you ferment the finger millet and you prepare something like porridge, and now you smear that flour, okay, after fermenting the finger millet or sorghum, finger millet actually, and you crush it, you grind it to produce flour, then you smear on it, cover it, and let it ferment overnight or some 24 hours and let it cool. And now you have your basara. But if you let it ferment that much, or maybe you add an extra amount of that powder of flour, it actually becomes so sour that you cannot drink. And that thing can really alter how you operate. You may start hallucinating, you may start seeing some stuff, or maybe, acting weird, So that is why I think even that drink has some percentage of, alcohol, but I don't know. So it all depends how you prepare. But Bosara, it's actually a cool drink, a good one. Just like the Rocio are trying to describe here. But now, whatever Mario is trying to describe there takes us back to now, whatever Condad and the Machete Man, Condad and the team are doing, are brewing in the sugarcane plantation. All right, let me play this.
It has gas,
Okay.
but it's actually
Organic ferment.
organic fermented. It's a micro. How do we call it?
Oh.
It's actually alive. How can I say?
Yeah.
All right, so the organically prepared drink is actually the Bosara, and that is the same process you prepare Busa, but now Busa is highly alcoholic. Obasara, on the other hand, is not alcoholic that much. So yeah, I guess that is what Mario is trying to describe here, but it's different from what I know that these people drink in the village. If you're well familiar with the story of the village and the Changa, by the way, there is a story from, let me actually find it, from Gabi verse, where she was describing how the husband, Bushman Dude, how Bushman Dude go to drink this thing, the locally prepared Changa and Busa. So this thing that are prepared the same way. I wish I could take you through the process, but I'm sure it's not good for my channel, right? It's not good for my channel. If I take you through the process and maybe show you graphics and the video of that thing, how you can prepare that, wow, you'll be surprised. But anyway, I'll give you just a highlight because I know all those processes. I live in the village, so it's so normal that I've gone through those. I've gone through. I visited those places where they prepare those stuff, right? And I'm sure a lot of people, for example, in Yabohanse, they have visited that sugarcane plantation of corn macheteman, and they have seen how that process is being done, so they can tell you. All right. Kombucha is supposed to be good for gut health, as it's in stores. Yeah, that is how Rocio actually is describing it. I think the issue is not the percentage of alcohol, but it's in the impurities like methanol that is the main problem. Otherwise, well distilled alcohol in some places can even be 40%. It all depends, It all depends the whole process of preparing it and the component you used. So if you use a lot of these impurities and you may be fermented for so long, you make a very highly concentrated alcohol, and maybe one sip can drive you to your world or something. Abushara well fermented becomes busa. Kombucha, because it's mzungu, it's sold in Africans as a probiotic, whatever that means. Okay, all right. As Mario is describing it, he says, in Africa, we have a lot of things that we take for granted. But in other places, like here in Argentina, they package it so well and they sell it with some good money. And by the way, if in Africa you had a factory that can produce those kind of things, those kind of drinks, like the Obosara now, Bushera. All right, no, not Busa, not Changa, Obosara, and Bosara, Bushera. You can really sell it in a good way if you really prepare it. But the National Standardization of Food and stuff, they may come and test and say, the whole process is not safe. How you preparing this thing? Maybe, blah, blah, blah. They may not approve it for commercial purposes, but it being sold here locally. But if you can come up with that idea, I guess that is a business idea. Speaking about that, I guess Maru might think about shipping those molasses and brown sugar and whatever that they use to prepare that thing to come and start a factory of that sort. But if you prepare it so good and it meets standards, you can sell it It's a really good thing. I like ginger beer. It's fermented and doesn't contain alcohol either. Oh wow. Hi Nicole, how you doing? Um, probi- probi- probiotic helps in digestion, good bacteria. Yeah, sure. Um, oh, you're wondering about the 50% of that. Is that the stuff that killed folks in neighboring village to Nyabohanse? Yeah. No, not now the Obushera or Bosara, the kombucha. Now the changa itself. Changa, it's actually colorless. You saw the difference between this, the Obosara or kombucha or Bushera. It looks like porridge, but it's lighter, not that thick. It's lighter and it has some stuff inside, like particles, of those grains and stuff. But now, changa, on the other hand, it's I can say it's a distillation. You ferment all this and you put in a big pot and you heat it, superheat it, and now you distill. You put something like a cold pot over here that when that vapor come and hit that cold surface, it condenses and now falls back as the droplet. Now that when that vapor comes from that busa or whatever the fermentation inside there, it evaporates, and when it hits a pot over here that has a very cold, can I say, like water, and that water have to be regularly replaced because it become hot eventually. So when that vapor evaporates and hit that surface, it condenses to become like water. Now that water like drain. Now when it falls back to a collecting jar or maybe a collecting pot down here, you collect it, and now changa. That thing is really strong, really, really strong. I wish I could show you, a graphic representation of that, but I won't do that. I actually won't do that, but I can just show you just a small representation of it for the sake of this. All right. Let me try if actually I will. No, it doesn't like to do that.
Kefir, do you know kefir?
No, it say it won't. All right, forget about it. So let's listen to this a little bit.
No, in my home we have something like this we call obosara. And sure enough,
And it's good for your gut health.
All right, so you hear Maro say in our home we have something like this we call obosara. So that obosara is different. Okay, it's different. So the thing that gave me an idea of changa is how he described the process of making it, because that process is actually the changa or whatever. All right. Well, why is it sold if it has such a horrible effect? Now, the obushera or maybe the kombucha something, that is different. I told you, so don't get it confused. But now the changa itself actually is highly illegal, and if you've been caught selling that thing, do you remember that time when David Jr. actually paid a visit to a family, the Matikos family, where that lady was actually arrested and taken to the court, and she was sentenced some months, 6 months or something. And Machete Man had to go and pay 10,000 as a fine to get her out. So that thing that they were selling is now called changa. It's not the busara or busa. Changa, as I told you, is when you take those fermentation and you heat them in a pot, that vapor that rises is actually now the changa. That's how now you can take it to collect it using like a distillation method. So it's heated in a very big pot, and inside that big pot you have a small pot down here to collect, and over it you cover it with something with a big metallic pot that has some cold water. So that cold surface, when that vapor rises and hit that cold surface, it does what? It it cools down, and how do we say? Whatever. I just say that it becomes water now. It drops back to the collection pot. And now whatever you're collecting there, now that is changa. All right. So that process is complicated from compared to this one that you prepare obosara that Maru is describing here. But now, thinking about this, there's a lot of brews, as Maru is describing. In a village, we have a lot of brews. Now, obosara is one, local brewed. Obosara, changa, busa, and the likes and the likes and the likes. So you can call depending on your region or whatever. But in Nyabuhanse, according to the local language, there is a few, just to name a few. So if you take, it depends now. If you take this obosara, if you're really new, now it's really sour, and you may wrinkle your face like, what is this? For example, like, yeah, you feel something. It's so sour, but when you take it in large quantities, it might make you feel some sort of way. Maybe your head may start spinning, or maybe something of that sort. But it's not alcoholic. But busa, on the other hand, it's alcoholic, but slightly alcoholic. And now when you go to changa is highly alcoholic, more than 50%, more than even 70%. If you take like a full glass of it and you've never done that before, trust you me, it's not going to end well with you. It's really not going to end well with you. Changa does not dim eyes, but synthetic alcohol laced chemical does. Yo, Nixon, you may need to go and Google about that case that happened in Kisii. All right, in Kisii, Kenya. They brew that thing, and maybe they included a lot of things, a lot of impurities there. I guess maybe ethanol, methanol, or something, and a lot of those things. Now, when you take that in large quantities, you know, when those drunkard people, they drink in large quantities. So they thought it's the regular changa they've been drinking. Upon finishing, they were like, you are normal, but now you lose your eyesight. You're like, yo, why you guys switching off the lights? And you can see we are enjoying. But now they keep drinking. They say, even if you switch off the light, we're still gonna drink. It happened like that. Now they were complaining. They were saying, even if you switch off the lights, we're not gonna stop drinking. We are still drinking. And people are wondering, you switching the lights? It was an evening, let's say 4:30 or 5, not even 6. So these people thought it's already at night and people have switched off the light. So they continued drinking. They are saying, oh, you. Now they're talking to the bartender, the local bartender. Even if you switch off the lights, we're not going to stop. We're still going to drink this thing. All right. So they kept drinking. And now they realized that they have lost their eyesight because other people are seeing, but for them, they don't see nothing. So they thought it was at night and people have switched off the lights. Only to be told that it's not even at night. So that thing can be really, really bad for your health. Actually, if you've never taken that, if you come to Nyabuhanse and maybe you need to refresh yourself, just like I saw a Trenchtown grandpa when he visited the village, and he went to meet Gintu in a local hotel there. He ordered something like it was a beer or something, yeah. But if he asked Gintu, take me where I can get some local brew, he could take him to the sugarcane plantation over there. Maybe he could have met something. Like Changa, hey, grandpa, right now you could be a long gone story. Hi, Gracie, I see you. So, Caro, you tested that thing? Caro, didn't you test the local brew in Uganda? I tested, very sweet. Oh my God. Are you serious? Wow. Anyway, it's okay. It's good. It's widely available. I think Condad is the biggest producer. Perhaps we should contact him for supplies. Hey, be careful with that thing that they sell there. whatever the Condad is selling in the in the village, allegedly, that thing that is produced from the sugarcane, stuff like that, molasses, they ferment, they use this other stuff. It's not Bosara, it's not that kombucha thing that Rocio is describing there. If you take that, that is changa, highly alcoholic, highly alcoholic. Actually, it's so clear, has no color, it's colorless, just like water. But one thing that will shock you is that smell. It's really concentrated, all right? Highly concentrated. If you sip one or two, three, you lose your mind. You lose your mind, actually. So don't try that. It's a deep topic. Can someone put in your drink without your knowledge? Okay, talking about changa, because changa is colorless, and it's actually colorless, you may not notice. But one thing is, you will notice eventually because it has a very strong scent, strong smell. You see it, you feel it. Okay, unless now they mix with something so sweeter or maybe something that can make that smell to go away. If they do that, maybe you may sip, you may drink the whole of it without realizing. But it has a very, very serious, strong smell. If you open it somewhere there, if you see it here, you'll know. And even someone who has just drank that thing, you cannot confuse that to a different standard alcohol, right? It has a really strong smell, and even the drunk of that thing has a strange smell. All right, even their urine is something else. So if they put in your drink, you will notice. Okay, you actually notice. But if they trick you to drink it, hey, it's over for you. You will walk without clothes. Trust me. I was young and strong, but then I took it and walked. Wow. Okay, try it now. Carrot tried it. Actually, whatever you took in Uganda might not be as strong as what they produce in Yabuhanza or maybe in Kisi. I believe two places that they produce the most strong one, or maybe three. The Korean, that is Changa, the Kisi Changa, and maybe is it Moratin? Oh no, something. I had something called Yokozuna, something, bro. There are crazy names, but in Kenya, you can't try that thing. For real, you. Caro, make sure you have some standby when demon comes. Actually, you can order demon to come with one for you. Moonshine basically is what they call changa here in the US. Local brew thing. Oh, really? So even in the US, they brew that thing. Oh my God. Oh my. But is the process the same? Because I think maybe in the US, they use it, maybe they make it a little bit decent. They use clean stuff. But you know how they prepare this thing in the village? It's so pathetic. They collect those molasses and jaggery. They call it jaggery, right? Brown sugar. That sugar that is produced from the locally produced sugar from the sugarcane water, and that is superheated and let to cool. It's called jaggery or something. Molasses, jaggery, whatever. Now they take that and they take a lot of stuff like you cook something like ugali and you let it ferment, and now you dip it in a pot, you pour water, you add those jaggery and molasses or stuff, and you let them ferment until they produce bubbles. You can imagine that. They produce bubbles like that, and you let them ferment again, and then you add close to 3 days or 4, or maybe a week, depending how strong you want it to be. And then you add that finger millet that was actually fermented until it produces some hairs. And now you dry it up, you crush it into flour, right? So that fermented finger millet flour. And now you use it inside there. Again, you dip in there to increase or maybe to speed up that fermentation. And now it ferments as covered, gas tight, all right, airtight, covered. And you let it ferment until it produces some bubbles there. When you open that thing, it will the smell itself can send you to something like your hallucinations or maybe your world of imagination. Now, that is whole thing that you pour it into a boiling pot, you superheat it, and now the steam that comes from that whole mess inside there is now what we call changa, that steam. Now, how you collect it, you use some process of like distillation, if you know that process. So local distillation, they make it. So you place a very big metallic pot over here with ice cold water, all right? And now when that vapor hits that pot, it cools down to become water or some droplets. Now they drop inside a collecting pot. And now you take that is now pure, strong changa, more than 70% alcoholic. You sip one, you're done. You sip one and you're done. I know kombucha, it's sold here as a probiotic. I have never had it. It's a bit pricey. Wow. Now try it. Try changa. When I went to pay my dowry, the Meru tribe in Kenya, it was referred as Kuru, Ochoro, Koro. If there is a Meru in the house, confirm for. All right. I wish I was Meru, but I've had those kind of names. It's almost like saying. TTG was only interested in the normal from. Okay. That's not normal. That wasn't normal. I avoided that thing. I will. Not you. Oh. Jabba. Chewing Jabba, okay? Those that they put and they form something super huge here. Like this. Now they chew. And they have a lot of stories when they chew that thing. Wow. That is second generation alcohol, not the traditional changa. Senator Boni Halwale, school fees was paid by changa proceeds, and he still takes now. He is a medical doctor, by the way. Oh, are you talking about the real changa or something? Okay, I know a lot of people who brew this changa in the village. There's a very good economical activities in the village, and most poor homes, they opt to that as like the means of survival, right? Most people who brew that. You had when this guy called David Jr., when he went to see Matiko's home when they were brewing that thing, and he said that he's changing the life of those people. So he gave them a second option to do some business and avoid selling that, because that is where their livelihood was depending on, like selling that changa. So if he has that history, then wow. Okay, I was checking this. All right, let me play a receipt just a minute. We'll talk about this.
Yeah, we also have oversight. You know, guys, sometimes I realize in Africa we have a lot of things, but we take them for granted. But here, what people do with those things that we take for granted is actually package them and sell.
Wow, so that is a business idea there, all right? A business idea over there. Yo, what's up? Hello, welcome. So, can I say, we take for granted these kind of things in the village, but whatever these other people do that with them here is like they package it and they sell. And now there comes a business idea. What do you want? Please, Condad, ship some packages of changa or busa or busara and bring them to Kenya. He can package them and sell. That's a very good business idea. What do you want? What do you think? Okay, now I think that factory that Condad was really telling Machete, was telling Grandpa to start, like he can donate a land for the factory to be set up. And now I'm thinking that factory actually was supposed to produce this kind of thing. What do you think? I'm just thinking, because why was he so much concern about that thing, that factory, by the way? I heard NTV Kenya that the president of Kenya is involved in organ trafficking. Oh, I don't know about that. Bro. I'll see that later. I'll see that later, by the way. Mayuguno's mother sells changa in Tanzania. Oh, my. For real? I never had that. So this is a very good business, you know. It's a really lucrative business. So Mayuguno and Conda, they sell this. Oh, Mayuguno's mama, not Mayuguno. But one thing you have to understand is there's a difference between that Obosara or Kombucha and the Changa. Changa is really now, it's actually illegal, really highly illegal. If you're caught selling that thing, you'll be arrested. But Obosara is actually legal, and you can take it, anyone can take it. Now, the Busa, on the other hand, is kind of illegal and illegal, but most home used to do that, to brew that Busa, and elders will come together and drink that thing. But now Changa itself, it's really bad. It's really highly illegal. By Obosara, the kombucha thing, the local kombucha, let me call it local kombucha, is good. It's really good. Joining late, greetings family, greetings, how are you? You're not that much late, you can welcome. There are different types of alcohol, e.g. from cassava, banana, millet, etc. It's a process and alcohol content that varies. All the countries have to do is to regulate to protect the population. Exactly. So you see, for example, how you prepare the kombucha, the local kombucha that Maru is describing there, the Bosara, if you exit the process, or maybe if you overdo it, if you over ferment it, it now stops being the kombucha, it's become alcohol. And now, for example, the changa, if you exit preparing that because you're supposed to take maybe this glass a day and you're done, you're really drunk completely. That is now a regular drunker person. But if you exceed the content and maybe the process, you make it extra, even the regular drunker person, if they take that thing, they can be messed up, right? So now the process that they use to prepare all this, local brews and stuff like that, it varies. But now you should be careful. If you go to places and they tell you, no, drink this. For example, if you go to the coastal region, they will actually give you the brew that's prepared from the coconut, okay, coconut water and stuff fermented. So if you take it in small quantities, it's not bad. It's a good drink. But now if you take the highly fermented that thing, coconut brew, we call it mnazi, actually you will start going crazy, And now it depends how strong that thing, how prepared is it. Whatever you can sell that's connected to people vices will be profitable. Sad but true. Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of things like this that actually have no value to people, that they actually messes with people, like their thinking, their decision making, or whatever, their health. Those kind of business they tend to sell. I'm not sure why. For example, the drugs, people sell those stuff, and people know these things are not good, but they make a lot of money, and it's a very big business. For example, the changa in the village, you hear a lot of people complaining. Gabivas the other day was complaining, I want to go home. This bushman dude is not taking me good. I mean, he goes there, drink with people, women. When he comes home, he's out of his mind. How he behaves here, whatever he does, it's actually out of order. So it's not a good thing. But people go buy that. It's not a good thing, but you buy. So go to bars, go to clubs, you see people drinking all those stuff. And that you wonder how good are they? But they do. Obushera is this thing is really confusing me. Probiotic. Changa kills bacteria. Whoa, who told you that? They say changa kills bacteria. They say, by the way, there's a lot of rumors they go. For example, in the village, if you ask people who come from our village, they tell you, like, if you drink changa, it's not easy for you to be sick. For example, those stomach related problems like typhoid or amoeba or waterborne diseases, those kind of stomach illness, like you cannot, because the changa goes and kills germs and bacteria in your stomach. And I'm not sure if that is true, because if that was true, so people say I'm taking it as medicine because it kills germs. Actually, it's really highly alcoholic. And during 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 that pandemic, I know what you guys. I know you guys. You know what I mean. During the last pandemic, locals in the village, they used to drink that thing. They say this is a sanitizer. We are using this to kill those germs, those bacteria of this pandemic. CO something, COVID. You know what I mean? COVID. They say we are taking this to kill those germs. So others will argue that this changa is actually good for your health. I mean, it kills germs. But actually, I've never believed that thing, because when you take that in whatever quantities, you'll never be normal. You can even walk without clothes. You'll be nice. Especially if you've never taken that. Do not. Do not try. JT, are they drinking libudi? What's that? Is that changa? Does it affect the liver? When you talk about changa, yes, absolutely, it affects the liver. And a lot of cases in the village where people, or maybe people are dying from that thing. It's really affect the liver. It burns the liver down. And actually, it takes a very short time to completely finish you. All right, you go to the hospital and they diagnose you that your liver is completely damaged. So changa, really, yeah. The obosara or kombucha, local kombucha, no, it doesn't. So get the difference. All right. Fermented food is great for the gut, sure, but not changa. Okay, because I told you changa is something different. Gabi and Bushman are crackheads. Shit. A good thing he's not an organized person to create a full functional business. Are you talking about Kenge and whatever, and the machete man? Are you giving Kenge ideas? He has a big compound for processing changa. Wow. Thank you, Andrew. You say good thing is he does not. He's not okay. Good thing he's not an organized person to create a full functional business. Yeah, but if he sees an opportunity, he can go that. Don't dare him. When it comes to money, he can do something. You guys don't have a health department. We do actually have them. Okay, we have health department. As I told you, changa is actually illegal in Kenya, but deep down in these local villages, just like in the village, for example, Nyabuhanse, a lot of things are happening there. The local police are really corrupt, and they don't take no action. They wait for you to be, taken there, and when they arrest you, they only demand money. Even these people who are brewing changa, they take money, they take corruption, like bribes from them. And they have a number, like they give you, like at the end of the month, who will come to collect our tax, our fees. So the local police, they have their rates of tax they take from these people who brew the changas and this local brew. So as much as this thing is really illegal and the government is against it, the local authorities is how they cooperate with them. Sad enough. So, and just like you had cases like someone is arrested in the village, they don't take long. They just pay some money, they get out. Exact same way. Those mamas, those women who brew this changa, the likes of Machete Man, and the people know that they brew this changa inside his sugarcane plantation. But when you go to arrest him, he will give you some bribes and you leave. So you know that. Yeah. Let me drop down a little bit. Elvis, you late. How are you? They all escapism from reality. Even the wine I am sipping. Well, when you take some percentage, it will kind of affect you. I know too much of that moonshine because it's that 100% alcohol in it or more. It can kill you drinking too much of it. United States. Wow, thank you. Now, the same way, that is changa in the village. If you take if you take a high amount of it, it can really drain you. I've had cases of people who overdrank and they never woke up. Actually, there are those cases. If you overdrink that thing, you're not gonna wake up. So think about for example, if you are if you are a foreigner and you're planning to visit the village, for example, you coming to tour Masai Mara and that safari travel of Marwa, that safari or travel company of Kenya, you planning to come and have a tour and go to sleep in that villa, and now you ask for, I'm kind of thirsty, I want to quench myself. They take you around. Don't be lured, right? Don't be lured. If you drink that thing, you're not gonna like it. That is true. Kombucha is probiotic, only 0.5% alcohol content in it. Changa is alcoholic like moonshine. Alcohol content is 40% to 80% by volume. That's the thing. Thank you, Gladys. As I was telling these people, that moonshine thing is now exactly like changa, right? It's actually more than 50%. It can go to actually 100% alcohol. So go slow with that thing. Even the most expert of those people who drink that thing, they get affected sometimes, and it can really damage your liver. So go slow on it. He braves the police to do all the illegal things that he does. Now you got my point. If the allegation is that Condad produces it, then I don't think Condad will allow Mura to engage in that business. If he can make him a lot of money, why not? I mean, if they can cooperate, maybe, partner and make some good money, why not? You can't dare them, Alcohol in moderation is okay. Wow, yeah. Even though, can't dare them. So, the kombucha that Marwa and Rocio are describing in that video is actually not the changa. It's bosara, and bosara is not a bad thing. It's just a fermented thing, fermented drink. The preparation of that thing is you prepare porridge, right? And you add some flour or fermented finger millet, and now that will actually ferment the porridge, and it becomes, when it cools down, it becomes now that kombucha, local kombucha. It's not a bad drink, but now when you overdo that, you will learn to something different. All right, yeah, and you may be careful how you drink that thing. It may really, really affect you. Okay, so I was watching that argument, or maybe that discussion by these people. I was like, oh, okay, that is a business idea, or maybe that's kind of slightly related to what I hear them producing from the village. So if that is true that they do that, this one. I speak as one who takes changa when in the village in Western. It is good. I also trust in Luo, Nyanza, and Kisi. I do not touch changa produced any town. Whoa. But if you drink changa, do not dare. If you ever tried something like a moonshine, something like, or whatever that you call it in your place, do not dare Kenyan changa, or maybe a Buhansi changa. You do not. I'm just giving you a caution. Do not do that. You may not like it. They will use it to kill all the in the village so they can take over their land and wives. Sadly enough, by the way, call me controversial. The sad part of it is this thing is really destroying a lot of lives in the village. That's why I saw David Jr. taking Matiko to a rehabilitation center because of the changa. He drinks too much and he become so reckless. You make a rational decision, you become something really different. And now, once you start, it's not really easy to let go. It's not like the other thing you can drink and you say, no, it's enough. You quit. You cannot. All right. Moonshine is not a joke. The only difference is that it is distilled and cleaner spirit. All right. The distillation part is just like the changa. It is distilled so clear and a lot like that, but it's highly concentrated and it can really mess you up big time. At the wedding party, when the wine was finished, Jesus turned water into wine in the best wine ever. But that was wine. That was not changa. You see, wine actually is not like, it's not really highly concentrated like alcohol, like the other one. So do not say that Jesus made changa, please. All right, guys. I think I want to bounce. All right. So that was it from today. What you guys want to say? Let me read your last comment before I click off. Right? Let me read your last comments as I go. I'm serious. My mood has changed. The wine did that. Feeling relaxed. Before you start typing some some good stuff here, let me actually exit the chat. Be careful with the wine, all right? Be really careful. Take it slow. You guys, if you cheers if you have your wine over there and everything. So hoping you're good. I'll stick to my ginger beer. Cheers. Yeah. Cheers, guys. All right, so I'm clicking off. Thank you for checking. And it was a good one from me. Take your wine slowly. Avoid changa. Avoid busara. You can take busara or kombucha. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Bye-bye.
Say what you wanna say to me now.